Previously, we met Job, a man who had it all, until he lost everything. His health, his family, and his wealth were all gone in a moment. Still, he didn't turn away from God, but the pain was real, and the questions in his heart were many. 3 of his friends came to sit with him in silence. Now, they begin to speak, not always with comfort, but with strong opinions. Job, still sitting in the ashes, sick and weary, while his friends sat nearby, under the shade of a tree. One of the friends was a man named Bildad. After Job poured out his sorrow, Bildad could no longer hold back his thoughts. With a serious, concerned tone, he said,
Job, how long will you keep talking like this? Does God ever do wrong? If your children sinned, maybe that's why they died. But if you live right and pray to God, He will restore you. Look at what happened to the people before us. The wicked never last.
Bildad believed that if something bad happened, it must be because of sin. But Job wasn't convinced. Job, shaking his head slowly, voice filled with emotion, responded,
I know God is just, but how can a human be perfect before Him? Even if I were innocent, I couldn't prove it. God is so great. He moves mountains and commands the sun, and it obeys. Who am I to argue with Him?
Job's heart ached. He wasn't claiming to be perfect. He just didn't understand why he was suffering so much. He said further,
I wish there was someone to stand between me and God, someone who could speak for me. My life is short, full of pain. Even if I tried to smile, my suffering would still be there.
The discussion continued. Then Zophar, the 3rd friend, stepped in. His words were sharp. He said,
Job, do you think your many words make you right? You say you're pure, but I wish God would speak and show you that you're not as innocent as you think. In fact, you probably deserve even more punishment.
Zophar thought Job was being proud. He believed Job needed to repent and stop complaining. He continued, but softer now.
But if you turn to God with all your heart, He will bless you again. You'll forget your troubles. Life will shine again.
Job replied again, saying,
You all think you're helping, but you're not. You speak as if only you have wisdom. But even I know these things. I have become a joke to my neighbors. Even though I called out to God and He answered me once.
Job felt misunderstood, even judged. His friends meant well, but they didn't know the whole story. Looking up to the sky, he said again,
Even if God accused me, I'll still trust Him. But I want to plead my case. I'm not hiding anything. So why do you keep accusing me?
Then Eliphaz spoke again. He couldn't stay silent. He said, Do you think you're the first man ever born? Is wisdom yours alone? We've seen many things in life too. Why do you turn away from comfort? Your words are dangerous. The more Job tried to express his pain, the more his friends pushed back, convinced he must have done something wrong. Eliphaz said, If people sin, they suffer. That's how it's always been. Evil brings trouble. That's just the truth. At this point, Job decided to give them his final reply, saying,
You are miserable comforters. If you were in my place, I could say the same. But I would try to strengthen you, not tear you down. God has worn me out. My face is red with weeping, and deep shadows rest on my eyes.
Even though Job felt crushed, he still held on to something deeper, a hope that there was more to the story, that somehow, even in the darkness, God still saw him. In this part of Job's story, we see deep emotions, hard questions, and friends who try, but fail, to truly understand. Job wasn't perfect, but he was honest. He told God exactly how he felt. And though his friends thought they had all the answers, they missed something important. Suffering doesn't always mean someone did wrong. Job teaches us that it's okay to ask hard questions. It's okay to grieve, and it's okay to not have all the answers. God is not afraid of our honesty. And sometimes, the best thing we can do for someone who's hurting is just to be there. When life hurts and answers feel far away, remember Job. Keep speaking to God, even through tears, because He listens. And the story isn't over yet. This is part 2 of Job's story. Watch out for the concluding part. Please subscribe, like, and share for more. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.